It's hard to bottle feed a closed mouth reborn. But anyway, just on an update. Wednesday, I went to the pacemaker checkup in Geneva at what used to be Brown Memorial, now is UHHS. University Hospital. No, University Healthcare Hospital Systems? I don't know what UHHS stands for, but anyway. Went to Geneva Hospital to get my pacemaker checkup. No big deal. It happens every 6 months. They just want to make sure my batteries haven't run out yet. And so Lisa came and came to pick me up to take me down to Geneva. And I took Jason. You should have seen the reactions I got. It was unreal. The first, I think she was a nurse. No, maybe not a nurse. I don't know anymore. Nurses don't look like they used to. Can't tell nurse from receptionist anymore in the hospital. Jason, little wiggler. Jason is such a wiggler. I'm telling you, this kid. And as we were going in, the first lady, I thought she was going to have a bleeding heart attack. She saw Jason, she's like, oh my goodness, I thought he was real. And she couldn't get over it. I thought she was going to collapse to the floor. And she came over and had to touch his little hand. Make sure he wasn't real, and oh my God, I thought she was going to collapse. Thank God we were in the hospital at the time. Well, we finally got past her without her becoming a corpse. Got to the receptionist, had to stop again to show the receptionist at the front desk. She hemmed and hawed over him. Oh my goodness, isn't he adorable? And another hospital employee came over, and she was looking at Jason, and she couldn't get over him. Really, he looked. And then, so I let the receptionist hold him, and she couldn't get over how much he weighs, how heavy he is, because he weighs 10 pounds. He weighs 5 pounds, 10 ounces. I weighed him on the food scale I have because I don't have a baby scale. Who the hell does? But I don't have, so he weighs 5 pounds, 10 ounces. And she said, oh my goodness, he's heavy. Lisa tells the lady, yeah, he weighs just like a real baby. He's heavy like a real baby, or something like that. And they were all, he's so cute. Look at him, and look at the wrinkles on his neck. And he's so cute. Well, we finally got past them and went to the waiting room where I was supposed to go for my pacemaker checkup. Well, almost the receptionist down there, where I had to check in. We got stopped again. And they made a big deal over Jason. But I think the first lady has one herself. She said something about hours. She mentioned hours. She said, talking about hers, I guess. And she said something about they use wire brush to comb their hair. And I'm like, wire brush? That's going to take the hair out. I told her I use a toothbrush. She said, so what do you use? I said, I use a toothbrush. And sometimes a baby hair brush for real babies. But I mostly use a toothbrush because it's softer. And I used a hairbrush, baby hairbrush at Rhea, and she's got less hair than I do now. So I mostly use a toothbrush with Jason here. Mostly I use my fingers though. And let's see. So after we got done talking with those two ladies and the receptionist within a section there, we went down to the waiting room, but the minute I sat down in a chair, I got to go in because there wasn't anybody else waiting. So I'm sitting there in my exam with the mouse over my pacemaker like they do to check out my pacemaker, and I gave Lisa, who went in with me, Jason to hold. And after a few minutes, the guy who checked out my pacemaker goes over by the door where Lisa was sitting and looks at Jason. And he's looking at him and looking at him. Lisa says, he's a doll. And the guy says, I was wondering, he looks so real. She says, yeah, he's a doll. So we got a lot of reactions from Jason. Or as I call him, little Michael Jackson. Jason, you're just not taking your bottle right today, are you? I wish all reborns had open mouths. Nipples, opening nipples in the mouth. I love Advent bottles. This is an Advent bottle. I think it's like 5 ounces. No, it's a 4-ounce Advent bottle. I love this little thing. I love Advent and Tommy Tippy. But as you can see, I put glue in it. I sealed it with silicone glue. My bottles weren't this fancy schmancy. Mind you, I was born 51 years ago, so I was born back in the prehistoric days. So all I had was a dull, boring plastic bottle. But anyway, the guy said I had possibly something like with my pacemaker. I should have maybe another 2 years, but after he did the exam, he said most likely another year. But when I go back for my next appointment, he's to go to Chardon, where Dr. Chkulev is. He's the doctor who put it in. And see what he says, and maybe I might have my pacemaker replaced this year, and maybe I'll go another year, or see whatever he says, because he says something about one of the wires on the upper half of my heart isn't working right, or not my heart, but the pacemaker isn't working right. But evidently, I'm not gonna die, because they would have done something right away, and I wouldn't be sitting here. Obviously, so I got another appointment in May. I think it was the 22nd of May. I don't know. But somewhere in May, before I have to go back for another appointment. And we'll see what's what then. And I found out with the pacemaker replacement, it's a walk-in. You just go in, they crack you open, replace the pacemaker, and you go home that day. Or if they had to replace a wire or whatever, then I might have to stay overnight. No biggie. Yuck, but no biggie. So that's the way that went. And then we came home. But when we came home, after getting all my stuff together, the stuff she picked up for me from Dollar Store, I got all that stuff out and made sure I got everything out. Unfortunately, I had taken my cell phone out of my pocket, and because her phone wasn't working right, I was calling her phone to see if it would work and whatnot, and yada yada. And then I forgot to put it back. I didn't put it back in my pocket like I should have done. So, and I laid it in the cup holder in her truck. So when I got out to get out of the car to go in the house, I forgot it was in a cup holder and left it in her truck. You want to talk about cell phone withdrawal? That was not good. So my cell phone, she had my cell phone from Wednesday till yesterday which was Sunday, because evidently Bess is in the hospital again. That poor woman's been catching hell. So she didn't get to come out here again. She was supposed to bring my cell phone out here on Thursday, but evidently Bess went back into the hospital again. So Lisa didn't come out bring it out here, so Robin ran me up there ran me up to Lisa's house to get my cell phone. And then we went to Walmart. My first favorite store. I swear to God I could live in Walmart. And then we came home. I'm getting too old for all day shopping, let me tell you. But anyway, that was my Sunday. So, yeah, I'm still here. I was gone for a few days, but I'm still here. Takes a lot to take me out. So, Jason's drinking his afternoon bottle. And we're just relaxing. I should be washing clothes, but oh well. Get to it when I get to it. So, I just wanted to give you guys a video update and say hello, and I'm still functioning, and give you a look at Jason here. He's the Phoenix Sculpt by Cassie Brace. There's his widow face. Anybody who's thinking about getting a Phoenix Reborn by Cassie Brace, get one. How you cannot have one, I don't know, because, oh my goodness, he's so cute. Look at his little fisties. His little fisties. Look at that face. How can you not love that face? It's just a face and his little hair. His mole hair. I put some hand lotion in his hair, and it moisturized his hair, because his hair was dry. Not the bad kind of dry or anything, but it was just dried out. So I put lotion in it, and it moisturized it, and it got the curls came back nicely. So, anyway, yeah, there's my update. Thanks for watching. Bye.